Ben, it's another draw this week, but again, do you think it's a bit of a missed opportunity to win?
God, it's typical tale, isn't it, really, of us? First half really poor. Some good bits in it in terms of how we broke their press and got out, but lack of quality certainly, in the middle and final third, really, in terms of ball retention and just getting ourselves up the pitch. And clearly they had a game plan and it worked quite well in the first half for them. They wanted to catch us on the break. When we gave up the ball, they felt they could quickly attack us, and it paid dividends for them in the first half. But lack of character, lack of quality, and then we went under a little bit. So half time was really easy to just address those things. Really, there's fundamental things. You're gonna have character. Look, we're 2-0 down. We can adopt a siege mentality now because nothing to lose. If we were losing the game, if it continues like this, we've lost the game. So we've got to do something. In credit to us, it showed really good character, and I think it really frustrates me because in the end, you're a bit disappointed that you haven't won the game. And being at half time, if you said you'd take a 2-2 draw, you'd snatch someone's hand off for it. So you can't be ungrateful at the same time, but you can be a shaded bit frustrated that we haven't gone on and won the game because I felt that we created some really good chances and were really dominant in physically as well as technically in the second half where we opened them up quite often. And we just didn't make it pay. But look, the signs again, if the boys take anything from today, is that we could be a really, really good team. We're a nearly team at the minute, though, is what I'd say, because we've got some real good quality in the team, but it's got to be more consistent, and it's got to be more. We've got to take more of the emphasis and drive, and that's what we've just been lacking a bit. So hopefully this gives us a little bit more of a G up, a little bit more confidence, whatever it takes. But boys have got to realise that we need to go and address ourselves and assert ourselves in games because we can be dominant and we can be a really good team, like we showed in the second half today.
And just before you got your first goal back today, you made a triple substitution, which seemed quite game changing in the end. Do you take credit for that, or was that Pat on the bench?
Yes, anyone, to be honest with you. Yeah, Pat can take that credit. Yeah, it's nothing to do with me. I just give him a look at half time and just tell him which ones I think are rubbish. And then I give him the look again and then he takes them off. But look, to be fair, last time I think I moaned that the subs had little impact for us and they were poor. Today, I think they did okay, to be fair. They came on and they changed the sort of dynamic of the game. It's a little bit flat. They injected a little bit of fresh impetus and energy into the game, and it turned the tide for us a little bit. And I think if the game continues for another 5 minutes, we probably go on and win anyway. But look, it is what it is, and we'll take the draw and we move on. But yeah, we can be buoyed by the second half performance.
And one player that did well today, Marcus Painter, scored his first goal for the club. Do you feel like he's deserved that with his performance in recent weeks?
Yeah, he's done really well for us. He's got a lot to learn as well, and he's quite a diminutive sort of character, isn't he? On the wing, he's a jinker. He goes in, he wriggles around, he bounces off the floor. He's got that low centre of gravity. If we can get him to a higher level in terms of his performance, I think he could be a really good player for us. And he's done well, but that's what we need, because we've had a few injuries, certainly out wide. We're starting to get people back. Then came in again today, and I know we took Riley out the firing line, and then Riley comes on in the second half to give us a fresh little approach. But I've got to say, and probably because his mum's sitting over there, but I thought Billy was our best player today, to be fair. I thought he ran the show, and it frustrates me with him as well because you want to shake him and go, you should do that every week, because you've got the ability to do that every week. And by the way, you should probably have more attempts on goal and score. But no, I thought he was excellent. I thought he ran the show in the second half, and it just shows you how good a player he is. And for such someone who's so young and to drive the team as well, it shows good character as well. But I want more.
Talking on people sat over there, Ergis got his first goal back from his return since his return as well. There couldn't have been a more perfect time for him to get it, could there?
No, we'll take it. No, I guess he's done all right. He's come back in, and training wise, I actually didn't realise it was him. He was wearing a snood one time and it was on his head, and I had to pull someone and go, "Who's that trialist there? He looks all right." I didn't realise it was actually Ergis. We had him in the building anyway. But yeah, look, if Ergis, he's got good technical ability. He's got obviously improved his game understanding and that tenacity and that work rate, and just being on it a little bit more. And today, he's certainly been that on training. And then obviously, look, it's easy. It transfers into games quite seamlessly. So you've got to get on it a lot more. But yeah, he deserved this goal, and I thought he'd done well when he came on for us today.
And going into next week, Leighton away, what do you expect going into that one?
Tough place to go. I remember going there last year, similar sort of time of year, sandy pitch, bobbly pitch, but that's what it is. That's the game of football, isn't it? You've got to go and adapt. You've got to go and be successful, whatever the conditions are. So, look, we played them here when their manager was new, and they were a different side to the one that we played here. So we can't. I know we won 4-1 or whatever it was, but we can't go there thinking it's going to be easy or anything like that. I've watched them play, and they played Berkhamsted the other week. And they're a tough team, tough team. So I'll give the boys the intel of what I saw that day, but at the same time they have a threat. You know, they've got good players that can hurt you at the level, and it won't be easy. So we have to dust ourselves down, go back to training on Tuesday, and then get prepared for the game against Leighton on Saturday.
And just to finish, Roman was missing from the squad today, obviously off with England schoolboys. Just for people who might not know what that is, would you care to explain what England schoolboys is and what Roman's been doing today?
Yeah, it's a good feather in his cap that he's been selected to play for England schools, which is the best players around the country that are not in pro clubs effectively. So he's been at St George's Park this week. I think he's played some in-house games against independent schools of England or whatever it is, and I think he's playing Scotland today. I think or something. I've lost track of the itinerary of what he's doing, but effectively he's away with England. So yeah, but he obviously then gives other people a chance as well. So Mr. Nardelli came in today, obviously being with the academy. Came in a little bit last year. I think it was probably too soon for him, emotionally and mentally, I'd say. And then he's gone away. He's played at step 5, this season, the majority of it. I had to learn, probably had to be humbled a little bit as well, which is important. And then he's come in today and he's done well. So that's good. So, opportunity knocks for people.
Thank you very much, Ben.
Cheers, Mitch.